All right, one last thing that you're going to be required to do is graph a linear equation. Given an equation, what is the graph of y equals 2x minus 1? In the past, I've showed you how to graph this by making a table, but tables can be very time consuming. There's an easier way of doing this. So the first thing you need to do is begin with plotting the y-intercept, your b. Now that we know what b is, we can just go ahead. First step, we're going to plot this. We're going to put a point on -1, but remember, it has to go on the y-intercept. Okay, so the y-intercept is this. Okay, the vertical line. So our point is going to go on that line. Okay, so we're going to go to -1, which is right here. We're going to put our point here. All right. Now, I'm going to get rid of this purple. The next thing, you're going to apply the slope. Now, you want to look at the slope and ask yourself, is it positive or is it negative? Well, in this case, it's positive. So you're going to count up. You're going to go up. And then your bottom number will go right. Okay, rise up, run right. You're always running right. Okay, so because there's no bottom number, it's always going to be 1. So in your mind, think 2/1. If it was a 3, it would be 3/1. Okay, if it's just one single number, it's always going to be over 1. So anyway, now here we go. We're going to count up. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to hold it there, and we're going to go to the right 1 more. All right, we've got 2 points. Now, if you're in Math Excel, it'll automatically fill it in for you, but I'm going to show you how you do it manually. So now you're just going to keep doing this pattern. Up 2, 1, 2, to the right 1. Up 2, 1, 2, to the right 1. And just keep doing this until you have a beautiful line. Okay, so you might be thinking, well, how do you do the other way? Since we have a nice line going this way, what would you do on the left-hand side of it? Do the opposite. You're going to go down 2 to the left. So 1, 2, to the left 1. Down 2, 1, 2, to the left 1. Down 2, to the left. Okay, so you can see how both ways work. Okay, so you've got your y-intercept right here, -1, and then your slope of 2/1. Okay, let's look at another example. You're going to be given this. You're going to be asked to graph this equation by using the slope and the y-intercept. Well, you might be looking at this and saying, well, what the heck? This is not in the y equals mx plus b format, the slope-intercept. I don't see a slope and I don't see a y. Well, easy fix. You can just manipulate this and make it look, or put it into the y-intercept, or the slope-intercept form. So how do we do that? Well, we need to get this 12x on the other side. Okay, that's got to be on this side over here. So let's just subtract it. Okay, no harm done. So we're just going to subtract this here. So now we have 3y equals 0 minus 12x. Okay, I don't like the way that looks. I'm going to actually change this because it should be the x first. So I'm going to say -12x plus 0. Okay, so now we're almost there. We've got the x on the right side. We have the constant that looks like the 0 would be our y-intercept, but right here, guys, we've got a 3y going on. So we have to isolate that y. Well, pretty easy. All we need to do is just divide the whole thing by 3. Both sides. Okay, So now you get y equals negative 12x over 3 plus 0 over 3. Let's simplify that. Y equals negative 12 over 3 is going to give us a negative 4x and then plus 0. Remember, anything that's, if your numerator is 0, you're going to always get a 0. Okay, so we're going to apply our rule now. To graph this, we first go to our y-intercept, which is going to be 0. We're going to plot that first. Okay, going to the y, the 0's right here, just happens to be the origin. And now we're going to apply our slope. Notice here, guys, the slope is a negative 4. If there's no bottom number, you're going to put 1, right? You're going to put it over 1. So we're going to go down. And instead of like the one before, we're going to go down 4 and then to the right 1. Okay, it's always that. You're either going to rise up or down, but run to the right. Okay, so here we go. Let's do down 4. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to the right 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, to the right 1. Okay, we kind of already filled in the graph, so let's do the other side. Instead of going down, we're going to go up and then to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, to the left 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, to the left 1. And there you go. There's your nice, beautiful line. Again, you really only need 2 points for Math Excel, but you really need to know how you do this manually. All right, well, that was it for 5.3 slope intercept form.